What to do, YouTube? This is Astor's Wired, and welcome to another episode of Devil May Cry. So we are going to start Mission 8 in this episode. And there is a boss fight in this episode, so we'll see what's up with that. So, okay. Yeah, basically, things have been going well on Astor's Music. Got a bunch more reviews doing, one of which is going to happen soon enough is Slipknot, so I'm going to see what's up with them. It's been a while since I read up with them. But, re-upped with them, I guess that's the proper phrase for that, but so yeah, we're gonna kind of see what's up with this episode, and yep, got some movie soundtracks from the library. I'm looking forward to seeing about some of these. I've been kind of going back to the library, seeing what they have that Spotify doesn't. It's kind of interesting to get some of that extra stuff. Yeah, I would like for movie soundtracks to make a re-emergence. Like the other day I was listening to the radio and Doja Cat had a song on the radio that was for the Elvis soundtrack, but I thought about paying attention to the Elvis soundtrack. It did have an Eminem song on there, but it wasn't that good. I mean, Eminem kind of took like a more Marshall Mathers LP2 type style that I didn't enjoy that much, but the Elvis soundtrack was like over 30 songs. It felt like that was a double album. It was kind of odd to get like a double album for a movie soundtrack. There's just a lot of stuff. I mean, I think some of it was actually music from like the 60s, 70s, and 50s possibly, but I just don't think I'll review it just because it's kind of it's pretty beefed up. I don't know if there's like if there were a bunch of folks like Doja Cat and Eminem on there, I might do it, but it just seems But yeah, the Doja Cat has a new song if you didn't know. I think it's called like Vegas or something, but yeah, so I like this room. It's pretty cool that this room just has like a fireplace in here and that type of stuff. I mean, they really paid attention to like creepy aesthetics for this. They need to have more games like this. I'm surprised that there's not like Devil May Cry type games that have been kind of going on. I mean, like they have like the Dark Souls games and like these, other games that kind of happen, but I don't know. I mean, they really need someone who's like a prophet at like Resident Evil type stuff just to come back and get some of this type of stuff. This game just exudes like a particular kind of feel that this is absent from games in a lot of ways. This is kind of the concept. It's this kind of the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 3. I don't know. I don't want to say that games are kind of in a lull, but oh, look who it is. It's Phantom. So yep, this is another fight with Phantom here. I don't remember if I used Devil Trigger with him. I think I don't know if I even needed to. I mean, he wasn't as tough as he was like in the third mission, or yeah, the earlier mission, the first mission where I fought him, but still interesting to kind of get this guy going. So, I do like the kind of techno music in here. Techno's pretty dope. I need to find some techno musicians that kick ass. This would be interesting to kind of get that. It's kind of like if a DJ could spin it properly, this would be a good boss, just coming from a video game, of course, saying that this is a decent song to kind of jive to and stuff. Yeah, I know a techno musician named Moby, but I don't know too many other ones. I've heard numerous songs. But yeah, so it's kind of waking up late in the evening. It's the weekend, so there's not really too much going on. That does kind of bug me when updates on YouTube don't happen as much on the weekend. Like, I don't know about some of y'all watching this, but in terms of like, sometimes people will not update on Sunday, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? I try in some cases I go out of my way to update on Sunday just purely off the fact that it just seems like it's just such an empty day. I mean, if I've updated like 3 or 4 days in a row, I may not update on like a certain day if it falls on a Sunday, but it just seems like in certain cases we just get these days where it just is kind of he's gonna talk something. is Dante? Is he a vampire?
You're right. I'm his son, Dante. Sweet dreams.
That was a good line there, sweet dreams. But yeah, so I was talking about, but yeah, this sometimes it feels like Sunday is kind of an empty day, at least in terms of like the music stuff, you know. But I always have to get that because I swear I have so many moments where I feel like any potential album I review could be seen as like a miniature party. I mean, these are easily albums when you listen to them. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go pick up a 6-pack of beer, and I'm gonna order like a pizza and that type of stuff. Get like, you know, go to like the game shop, get a couple games, and just listen to some of these. I mean, that's what you should be doing. It's the same thing with this playthrough. When you see these, you know, occasionally on the weekend popping like, you know, I guess this is the 10th episode, so 10 of these in the playlist, putting this in the playlist, listening to music, and kind of, you know, calling up some folks, having a good time. That's kind of the concept. It's the same thing, you know. I look after it like I still am kind of questionable. I was like, well, what the hell? Why didn't God's Paparazzi fare better? I mean, I look after it. I mean, it's free music. God's Paparazzi is free music that this guy knows Blood on the Dance Floor, Millionaires, and Jeffree Star, and that didn't attract more people. It's like, if this is free music with some of those hit musicians like that, plus a bunch of other people, especially if you can find the Charlie XCX song. I mean, she worked with Iggy Azalea, so that's pretty good. But I just, you know, it's just interesting. It's like, well, why isn't this doing better? You know, it's kind of the concepts. Like, I would think folks would want to locate it and make it more available, because I would like to have those songs as well, but I just don't know where it went. I don't know what happened to God's Paparazzi. It's one of those situations, but it's a pretty good party right there. You know, you get cranked to some techno, some stuff like this song you just heard with that Phantom dude, and we got a new weapon. So we got the grenade launcher. That's actually a pretty dope weapon. I'm going to use that more. I still like the shotgun more, probably, but this is slick enough to, I mean, it obliterates the enemies pretty damn well. So it's just kind of slow, but I think it's probably going to be pretty powerful, hopefully against some of the bosses that show up later. But yeah. So I kind of got confused here. I didn't realize that you have to press the X button here, and then also, like, that's the reason why this mission took longer, is because I thought that we had to exit the castle. But I think the castle is like the main hub. I think I'm going to have to say that most of the missions in this game are going to take place in this castle. I thought we were actually leaving it and going somewhere else, but I think this is like the central setting for the game, is this haunted castle. So, but yeah, so I was kind of figuring out, I was like, what the hell do I do, you know? Yeah. Yep, so some good music on the way, and gonna have some fun with that. Things like Slipknot, that type of stuff. It's gonna be interesting. So yeah, kinda. It's a nice evening. It's a nice, cool, crisp evening. I think I need to get the mail and stuff before it gets too dark. Think about doing that. But I don't know. Sometimes I watch the news on the weekend. Sometimes I don't. It's just, you know, watching it all the time. I mean, there are days watching the news sometimes where it's just the same stuff over and over. It's just a repeat kind of stuff, and then it's just kind of like, this is just, there's not really anything new to report. It's just kind of the same consecutive type stuff going on here. So that's actually the end of the mission. I mean, here, this is actually the end of the mission. Spoilers for next episode, but this is kind of the end of the episode. But I just didn't realize that. Like I said, I thought we had to leave the castle, but so. But alright, folks, so that should wrap this episode up, and we will get out of this mission in the next episode, and then we'll get some more of these. So, alright. This has been Aster's Wired, and I'll see you next time.